everyone. We're here at Shenandoah National Park, and what a gorgeous place this is.
Another beautiful national park. We're on Skyline Drive. We're going to show you our campground later, but as you can see by my hair, we're dry camping. And I don't want to turn on the generator and wake everybody up just to dry my hair. So you're getting my hair all natural.
You know what's wonderful about this place? It's just amazing, just amazing. The Skyline Drive goes for about 100 miles.
This is the only place in America I've seen wild orchids by the side of the road, with the exception of Hawaii. So it's just really unique. They have 7 different varieties of orchids alone here. The forests are alive with birds. It's a really beautiful place.
Yeah, we're going to try and find some waterfalls while we're here.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Bye. For us, this was a place to breathe in the beauty of creation, and not even an ominous sky could shake that peace.
This place is called by several names: Blue Ridge Mountains, the Smoky Mountains, Shenandoah. They all are part of the Appalachian Mountains. We were lucky enough to be on the east side for spring. It was gorgeous. Once you see a wild orchid, you see them everywhere.
Like we said, the forest was alive with birdsong. And this one thought he owned the campground. Lovely markings.
We drove the entire 100 plus miles of the park. This is part of the famous Appalachian Trail, which runs for over 2,000 miles from Maine to Georgia. It is famous for very serious hikers.
Like so many of our national parks, this was built by the CCC, or the Civilian Conservation Corps, and these walls go for miles. The photo ops were plentiful.
We did find one little trail for us. We're on our way down to Dark Hollow Falls. It's a beautiful hike. It's supposed to be a rainy day. It hasn't started yet, so we're going to try and make it before the rain starts.
Yeah, we'll show you pictures of it. We heard the thunder and we decided to turn back, but the walk was nice.
Even though it was early August now, most days were cloudy and stormy.
This river is in Elkmont Campground, which is part of Smoky Mountains National Park. And we're in this amazing place. It's just outside of Gatlinburg in Tennessee. And if you've never been to the Smokies, well, there you go.
So we knew we wanted to eat breakfast next to the river. So I made breakfast, and we're thinking we have to hike all the way up. And luckily enough, the campground across from us that's right on the river, they packed up and left early this morning. So we're borrowing their table. And we're watching the river as butterflies flit back and forth across it. It is a stunning morning. We loved everything about Elkmont and the nice big campsites. I think the national parks are such an amazing attribute of the United States. Not everywhere protects their special places, and we have so many of them. We've met so many tourists from Europe that come here just to see the national parks. If you can get in to camp, some of them you can. They're wonderful campgrounds. They don't have electricity or sewer or water sometimes, but they're just beautiful places to be. I haven't seen a national park I didn't like, and that includes Hot Springs, Arkansas, that was basically a city. So what do you think of the national parks?
Well, my initial thoughts about a national park was it was just a park. It really isn't. It's a super well cared for piece of land that is a microcosm of the area, its ecosystem, the culture of the community in there, and just a glimpse of how life was for our forefathers. It's amazing.
This beautiful log was in the middle of our stream. We went to the visitor center and found out which hikes are available for me. I actually am really restricted now because of my knee. And so the one that is most accessible is Cataract Falls, right behind the visitor center.
The falls were great, but it was nice to see all the families gathered for vacation.
Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge were a complete surprise to us. They were both crazy, and in the middle was sanity. This is how dramatic the change is. Here is where the park ends and Gatlinburg begins.
The more we travel, the more our tastes change, and we're so much happier in nature.
Although nature was about to show us just how fierce she could be. So this is the hill, the top. We're supposed to be able to see a mountain here. It's the highest peak. As you can see, the storm is coming in fast. So we're out of here.
As it turns out, we didn't leave soon enough.
We had a heck of a storm last night. We're here in Elkmont Campground in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. But it was just a reminder of, wow.
How powerful. We actually got hit by a branch, but little Sprocket just shrugged it off and ran over all kinds of branches in the road and got us home safe. It was a heck of a storm. But today we're going to go to the 11-mile loop. It's open. There's several roads that are closed in Elkmont right now, but it's open, and they tell us that it could take up to 3 hours.
So this is a place where all the wild animals are, and so we're excited to see maybe a bear from within the car, however. And who knows what else? Elk, could be great.
We'll show you what we see.
Yeah.
There's lots of little fuzzy, buzzy things. The 11-mile loop was supposed to be the best place for viewing wildlife. The only problem was the traffic stopped when wildlife showed up. 11 miles could take up to 3 hours.
The wild turkeys were all over the park.
The road was a little rough.
But there was a bachelor herd of deer at the parking lot of Cades Cove. The place was packed.
Then on our way home, we crossed paths with this guy. Hey, little bear. Hey, fella. Watch for 'em, the fireflies. Hi, beautiful. Hi, gorgeous.
Yeah, she's got a tag on. She's being monitored.
I love the way my wife always talks to things like butterflies and bears. The city of Cherokee lies just outside the park, and it's on the Qualla boundary, which is owned by the Cherokee Nation. This city is so different than any other Native American land we've been through.
All of that is explained in the Museum of the Cherokee.
I never knew that 3 Native Americans, Ostentaco, Stalking Turkey, and the Pigeon, went to England to speak to the king.
He agreed to halt the westward expansion.
And then the revolution took place, and King George no longer had any say in what happened after that.
These are the 5 civilized tribes that went through the Trail of Tears.
Don't miss this place. It's not just a history of the Cherokee Nation, but a history of the United States. The Appalachian Mountains were quite spectacular.
They were.
And it's apparently huge.
Yeah. It's over 2,000 miles. It goes all the way from Maine to Georgia.
Imagine hiking that.
Yeah, well, they do. The Appalachian Trail runs that whole length.
Wow.
We saw some of them coming off the trail, too. You just kind of wanted to give them a shower and a good meal.
They were having a great time.
They were. They were.
You know, hikers are a special breed of people, which we love, by the way. But we're kind of like waterfall hikers.
Waterfall strollers.
What else did you enjoy in the Appalachians?
What didn't I enjoy in the Appalachians? There were so many birds and butterflies.
You know, we don't have national parks back in England like that. Well, we do have some, but you know, they're nothing like these. That was a spectacular campground that we stayed at.
Oh my gosh, wasn't it?
Elkmont Campground. It was just the best.
Yeah, right by the river. Beautiful.
So peaceful. And then just 2 miles down the road, we got into Gatlinburg. What was that all about?
I don't know. It's a tourist town. Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are like the 2 end pieces that are absolutely nuts. And then you have Tranquility in the middle of them. It's not for us. I mean, we've been so much into the woods now and seeing nature that we really don't like that. But if you have small kids that are going, what are we going to do next? You know, they have movies or they have dinner theaters or rides you can take them on. So it's really good for that.
Well, we had kids once, so we know what it's like.
Yeah.
So that place is a godsend if you've got kids.
Right.
And there's so much to do there, so many shops and so many restaurants and things. So it was, I'm not saying it was bad, it was just an amazing difference from wild turkeys and their giblets on one side and then just bang, you're into
at one stoplight. Forest ends, here's Gatlinburg.
Oh.
It was crazy. Yeah.
But going on the other side of the park, we saw Cherokee. What do you think of that?
Indigenous always has a special place in my heart. I just love them. And I feel that they really need to be talked about, because you can't talk about our country and not talk about the Indigenous people.
Right.
And what has fascinated me is I would have known Cherokee, Navajo, Arapaho, Zuni. You know, I knew some names of tribes, but we've found hundreds of tribes across the United States that I didn't even know about, like the Monacan.
Right,
and
in Virginia.
Yeah, fascinating. But that was the best portrayal or learning center that we've seen in the native indigenous lands. Like, they went everywhere from hunting mastodon and hunting mammoth to what their plans are for the future. And I thought that journey that they took us on was wonderful. I mean, even the Trail of Tears, which is a horrible period in both of the histories of their people and ours. I think it was the worst of us and the hardest on them.
Yeah, well, that's when Trail of Tears is when all of the Indian people were moved to another part of the country, right?
Right. Well, gold was found in Georgia, and they decided that the Indians needed to be moved to Oklahoma. You know, and so they packed them all up and marched them across. They walked. The Indians walked.
I thought it was interesting how there's two Cherokee nations. So they're split into two. One is in the east and one is the west.
Right. Well, the east is either they hid out in caves and stuff, so that when they came to gather up all the Indians, they hid. Or once they got to Oklahoma, they turned around and walked back home to this area, to Tennessee and the Smoky Mountains. Really heartbreaking story. But it's interesting how the ones that stayed here tried to assimilate and blend in, and so they sort of lost their heritage.
But they prospered.
And the ones that are there in Oklahoma are not as prosperous.
But they have a rich heritage.
We haven't been to Oklahoma yet. We plan to go.
Yeah, I thought it was fascinating when that lady told us about, you know, the, I guess the good, the bad, and the ugly of the whole, you know, separation of the two tribes within one nation.
Right.
But, you know, both have their benefits. And
she was a blast,
wasn't she? Just a great
lady? I love it. These people tell us such rich and wonderful stories, and just really help us understand and get a better perspective of what's going on now. Not just the history, but what's going on now. But we can't get them on film.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't blame them.
I know. They're protecting, you know, they have a lot of sacred rituals, and they really are protecting their story. You know, they don't want anybody manipulating it. Yeah. So it, you know, is different.
So we'll just fumble our way through it as best we can. There we go.
We'll show you lots of pictures.
Oh, that was great. What a great trip.
The best.
Hey, thanks for watching. And if you like our videos, please press the subscribe button.